One. Hi, and welcome back to Dirtbag Baseball Talk, everybody. Great to have you back for another week, another episode. And hey, we do it for you. We can't do it without you. So thanks for being a part of the nation. Thanks for sharing it. Thanks for watching and following and being proud dirtbags. It's a lifestyle. It's a mindset. It's a brand. It's just what we believe in, and it's the right way to do it. And when we have guests on, when we have products on, that they're similar. They're those type of players. They're those type of inventors that are passionate about this amazing, great game of baseball that we all get to enjoy and be a part of, whether we have the highs or the lows. And that's what it's all about. So we're just trying to spread a good message, consistent message, and let you know that there's other people like you out there in the world. So today's episode, I'm really excited for. Young guy, Felix Brown is his name. Plays in a place called Senart, France, which is a subdivision almost of Paris, if you will. But he's not from Paris, as we'll find out during the episode. Ironically enough, he's played against my own sons when we sent them over here in 2017 to play. And then I coached against him this summer where I am in La Rochelle, France, and of course he's in Senart. So, but great dude, quality dude, and deserves to be on the show. And as we go through the episode, you're going to find out why. So, Felix, great to have you, brother. Welcome to the nation.
Thank you very much for having me. It's an honor. I've been following the nation for quite some time right now, and like I said, it's been an honor to be here as a guest on the show.
Yeah, no, it's awesome having you on. And we know your time's precious or whatever, and that you work with the Academy with Senart, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But before we get to that, where was home? Where were you brought up? Where were you raised?
Well, originally from Saint Martin. Saint Martin is 37 square mile paradise right next to Puerto Rico. So it's part of the Dutch Caribbean islands, Dutch and French Caribbean islands, because it's similar to Cyprus, which is two countries. Um, and yeah, I grew up until I was about 18 years old on St. Martin. Played baseball there. Played baseball all throughout the Caribbean. After that, I followed a great opportunity to go to the U.S. and play baseball, and now I'm here.
Yeah, it's a crazy game, isn't it? It's amazing how many opportunities there is just because of a game of baseball.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's hard to talk about because of how crazy it is. But I just look back at my life a little bit, and I mean, 37 square miles. Where I live right now, there's more people that live here than where I come from altogether. And it's just crazy how life turns out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's wake up every day with a sense of purpose, a desire. You don't know what's going to unfold that day or whatever, but embrace it, right? Embrace it.
Exactly.
Be a good human being, work hard, be a dirtbag in the sense of the baseball dirtbag that we always talk about, but just
Yes.
go after it. And I always talk to players. I always talk to parents, coaches of players, obviously at the youth level, but even reminding pro players when we talk to them or whatever, this game does not owe us anything.
Nope.
Even baseball itself, you'll hear people, oh, I love baseball or I hate baseball. Yes, it's through baseball that happens, but
Yes.
it's individuals within the game that make that positive impact or that negative impact, isn't it?
Exactly. Exactly. Baseball, like I love to say, it's not white, it's not black, it's that gray area in between. It's a love-hate relationship. It's honey, it's salty, it's bittersweet, and you just it's a lifestyle. Like you say, it's a dirtbag nation, but it's also a baseball lifestyle. And once you're part of it, sometimes it's very hard to get out, but you embrace it. And I mean, look at yourself. You sent your boys over here in 2017, and now you're over here coaching. So, I mean, you're still part of that lifestyle.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. I
and
was like yourself 30 years ago. Exactly. I was like yourself. And I came out of college in the US, Canadian, so international, if you will, to the
yeah,
US. got that experience. It was awesome and unbelievable and unforgettable. And
Yeah.
still all your lifelong friends that are through that we still dialogue and homecoming and everything that goes with it. But exactly right. I was just like you. I heard about this opportunity over in France. I was like, what? I play
Let's
baseball
go.
in France. I was like, oh my God. So I went to Savigny at that time, of course, and it's another subdivision outside of Paris, Dirtbags.
Hmm.
And, 30 years later, I just stayed in contact with them because my wife and I knew at the back of our mind, we embrace the European culture.
Of
It's a
course.
little slower.
Right.
It's not less passionate. It's just a different vibe, a different energy. Until you visit it and get saturated with it, it's hard to understand, isn't it?
Exactly. And that's exactly what it is. I mean, for myself too, I came over here right out of college because the first time I came over was right out of college because unfortunately not everyone gets drafted, and as good as you think you are, I mean, life happens and baseball happens. So I came over here as a stepping stone to figure something out and just stay in the game instead of doing nothing for a couple months. Loved the lifestyle, and played pro ball for a little bit and came back eventually because just how much I loved the lifestyle and figured out I'd make some roots over here.
Yeah. And let's not kid ourselves. Paris is a pretty nice place to hang out, even if you're 30 minutes outside by subway or whatever.
Oh
It's
yeah, yeah,
unbelievable city. If you've never been there, dirtbags, you have to go or whatever. And you can go and find baseball around there if you wanted to as well. So
of
let's dig
course.
into that a little deeper now, Felix, if you don't mind. So how many years have you been over in France with Sonar? The Templiers is their team name, kick name. How many years has that been now?
So since I moved here officially, I moved in 2015. So that's 7 seasons with the Templiers straight. I did play on 2 occasions before that. So that was out of college in 2011, and then 2012 after I got released in from Japan. Not Japan. Um, yeah, I think it was Japan. Yeah, yeah, Japan. Correct. 2012 after I got released.
Yeah. So you've got 7 years in, and what have you been able to do and evolve into during this process with the Templiers?
Man, that's a big question on its own. 7 years, it's a long time when you look back at it. I mean, as a baseball player, it's a long time also. Right now with the Templier, I'm the head coach for the baseball academy out here, so I do everything that's day-to-day management of the academy, and I'm also the infield, outfield hitting instructor for them, along with Shane Priest, who's the pitching coach and my assistant coach also. Besides that, as you know, I've started my business within baseball industry, of course. Two brands, so Hot Hitter and Diamond King, and then just a little bit of marketing, and not to mention I play for the national team also, so that keeps me that gives me an extra obligation to stay in shape and performing well as much as I try to.
I told you, dirtbags, that he was a dirtbag, and he is. I mean, he's holding back a little bit or whatever, and that and stuff like that. And I get it. I mean, he's a humble guy, like all of our guests are, and that's why we love him so much and gravitate to people like that. But trust me, he's a dirtbag. I mean, he goes after it, he gets after it, he knows his responsibility. He's dedicated to the game of baseball. In this case, he's dedicated to the Sonar Templiers as well. And that's what makes him that dirtbag for us, for me personally, and stuff like that. And I would go to the ends of the earth for players like this, because that's what's going to move this game forward in a positive way. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Doesn't matter that he's in France, Timbuktu, wherever. You're just like us. You're going to give 100% to the game of baseball because the game of baseball has been good to you.
Oh yeah,
And it's
definitely.
our job, isn't it, to pay it forward. Even on those tough days, we don't always wake up excited or whatever and that. We're human at the end of the day. But
Yeah.
you wake up and you give 100% because you know if you can move one person, Felix, ahead in that positive manner, it's all worth it, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's definitely what it's all about. Again, like you said, it's not going to be all sunshine and roses every day. Get up, do what you got to do, take your responsibility, and at the end of the day, baseball gods. I mean, we talk about that. It's a saying I learned playing baseball in the U.S., but baseball gods are always watching. If you do what you need to do, then one day or the other, you'll get your payment in return, and maybe twofold, tenfold. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny you say that, baseball gods. I use it. I try to use it sparingly or whatever and stuff like that. But in times that it's really necessary and to really make that impact on that individual player, and there always is in every season, whether it's a practice or a game, there's always a time to say, "Hey, you remember when you dogged it? You were lazy. You went through the motions. You thought this game was easy. That's a little bit of payback."
Yeah.
And that's it. So you spoke a little. Obviously, you got your hands in a lot of plates for them. You're a busy guy. Excuse me. You spoke a little bit about your hot hitter sport, your diamond glove.
Mhm.
Go a little further with that so the dirtbags can understand. And by all means, let them know where they can go to research it and find out. And hey, they want the products, they can get on board with you.
Okay, so this whole thing started out in 2017, so 5 years back, when I was having a good season, and I was talking to a lot of players, asking them where to get their stuff and how much they pay, and thinking to myself, man, I never paid this much for what we're talking about, whether it's a glove, a bat, batting gloves, whatever it is. So that got me interested into the whole movement of baseball equipment. Backstory: a good friend of mine, Daisuke Ikenaga from Japan, who I met and who was my agent to get to Japan. Uh, he's a baseball agent, so he's a salesman for big brands in Japan also. And he asked me on a numerous amount of times, "Hey, would you like to like be a brand rep in Europe for whatever brand he was busy with at the time?" And numerous times I told him no because Japanese gloves are a bit too expensive. They're very good, high quality gloves, but I think for the market and the European market, unless you're someone that has a little too much money to spend, they're a bit too pricey. So I declined him a couple times, and then one day I was like, "Hey, let me just try to make some contacts in the equipment manufacturing world, see what the prices are, see how the logistics of everything works out." Um, I'm not gonna lie, the first few samples were bad. The first few manufacturing runs were bad, but eventually I stumbled upon some good ones. Um, and little fact, the good ones they don't advertise because they have business, so they don't need to advertise. So whoever's out there trying to figure that out, do your homework and get someone, get someone that doesn't advertise. So back to the whole story. The first few runs were bad. I got a couple of manufacturers that started to do some good stuff for me. Started out with baseball batting gloves, so I started off really simple. That took off. Then I through Daisuke, my Japanese buddy, started doing baseball gloves at a European price point where it's still affordable for everybody. That caught on also. Today, I'm doing baseball bats manufactured here in Europe through another partner associate of mine, and I subdivided the company into two: hot hitter for baseball bat and everything that's baseball bat related and team gear, and then Diamond King, that's everything that's leather related and personal gear. So when I say team gear, it would be like baseball pants. I mean, as personal as it is, if everybody on the team's wearing it, then it's a personal some. Then it's a team something. And as far as Diamond King, like I said, it's leather related, so it would be simple stuff like accessories like wallets,
Okay.
baseball gloves, backpacks. Um, yeah. just to name a few. Um, and yeah, we can pretty much do anything. They're all high quality. We got as far as I try to cater to everybody, so all budgets also. So I go from little kids to pro guys, semi-pro guys, high level guys like myself. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. And working towards expanding, probably working with some minor league pro guys in the U.S. also. Trying to get the brand out there. Um, so as
And
far as
so when you're saying you're, excuse me, moving ahead to possible minor league players and stuff like that, I have to assume that you can ship globally.
yes, of course, shipping globally right now is not an issue.
Okay.
I'm working with the local shipping company, which is La Poste. But I also work with FedEx, UPS, DHL.
Okay.
I ship back home to St. Martin quite a bit. Shipping, however, though, because it's coming from the U.S. from Europe
Yep.
to the U.S. side of the world, it's expensive.
Sure. Sure. That's understandable.
So it's not something that we necessarily market as much because these fees they involve a lot of fees and a lot of paperwork, but it is possible. And
Okay.
as much as anything is possible, I like to keep it that way. So if the opportunity comes where someone needs something, they'll get it. Well, I'll
Perfect.
figure out a way.
Perfect. And do you have a website or do they find you on Instagram, Facebook?
Of,
What's the best way to
of
find
course, we got the website. We got diamondkinggloves.com. This will take you directly to the custom builder, so you can build your own custom glove. And then we got hothittersports.eu or .com, and this will take you to the main website, the homepage of the main website. Right now, both websites. So one is a forward. Diamond King is a forward to Hot Hitters.
you? Okay.
So you'll find everything on one website, hothittersports.com. Everything's there from the sliding mitts to the pants to the bats to the gloves to the backpacks, batting gloves. Everything you need, it's right there.
Fantastic. Fantastic. There you go, dirtbags. Hothittersport.com, diamondglove.com. Hey, like Felix said, you know what? You can get it all on there. Go look through it. I think, listening to him now, you're getting that energy for him. He's not a hard salesman. He's like us, right? If you want it, you're going to be better. If you don't, hey, I can't force you into doing anything or whatever, and I'm not going to force you into doing anything. And that's what makes people like Felix the quality people they are. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's not getting inundated by 50 emails every day, buy, sale. No, you want to be a ball player? Here's an opportunity to put great quality, high level quality products on your body to help in that baseball journey. If you don't, so be it. But we don't have anybody on here unless we believe in them unequivocally. And right now, there's no question about it. Felix, just like every other guest, we believe in unequivocally because he's a quality person. Simple as that. Felix, I can't thank you enough for being on with me, being on with the nation, talking, sharing your story. It's an awesome story. I love these stories. And Dirtbags, that's a whole other thing. If you're looking at, maybe playing abroad, maybe you're in college watching this and you're not sure what your next adventure is or whatever and that. Hey, can they reach out to you? Where could they reach out to you at, Felix, to find out more about baseball in France or the Sonar Templiers or whatever and stuff like that personally?
Yeah, definitely. I'm always interested in helping some guys out whenever possible. Um, I'm available on Facebook. I'm available on Instagram. I think both of my handles for both would be Felix Brown on Facebook, and on Instagram it would be Felix Brown SXM. So that's the country code for St. Martin. That you
Okay.
got the real deal. And of course through Hot Hitters or Diamond King Gloves, Facebook, Instagram. I'll answer. I probably won't answer the same minute or the same day, but I'll answer.
No, that's all we can expect for sure. You're a busy guy, like we said. So, Nation, I hope you enjoyed the show. Again, Felix, one more time, thank you for coming on, man. I love you, brother. Keep doing what you do. I mean, the kids, Nolan, Braden, they love you. They talk about you all the time or whatever. And that's the kind of impact you have on people. So don't change a thing about the way you do things. Continue being you, man. Your quality through and through. So
Thank you very much. I do have a question for you though. Now that I've officially been on the podcast. Is there a membership card to the Dirtbag Nation?
membership. I haven't got that far yet.
No, I
Hey,
need me a membership.
once you're on, you're always on, man. We'll talk off air. If you got advice, if you got knowledge, I know baseball. I know the littlest bit about technology. It's crazy, Felix, or whatever. So I need all kinds of help with that. So if you can help me out, brother, I'm all in with you. I'd love to do it.
All right.
And again, that's another example, Dirtbags, of what it's all about. It's helping people and that need help in certain areas or whatever, and that respecting it and stuff like that. So building that trust relationship, that's what it's all about. Share the episode, share the Dirtbag Nation, share Hot Hitter Sports, share Diamond Gloves, share Felix Brown. Do it all, Dirtbags, like we do. Support each other, love each other. Until the next episode, it's time to get up, get after it, and get dirty.